Hey, good morning and welcome. How's everyone today? Happy Canada Day. It's Canada Day here in Canada. Obviously, it's Canada Day in Canada. So, got lots to talk about. So, grab your coffee, grab your tea. Come on in. Let's have a seat and let's talk about things. Man, I've been seeing memes like crazy on some crazy shit, and I'm just like, oh my God. And these are people that I know. I'm like, don't you fucking follow me? Are you not listening? Like, what the fuck? Excuse my French. I'm feeling much better. Yes, I do. For me, I feel much better. I think the last 2 days I've been resting. My body's been realigning with everything. And I'm still I'm going back into sort of my slow, kind of like a slow pace. I think I went guns a-blazing and ran out of bullets. There is no more bullets, and my body said, and it's still saying, in some ways. My lower back and stuff kind of hurt, but that's okay. We're into cray land. So let's talk about this. So first of all, for those who are joining me for the first time, my name is Mary Jane Tracy. I'm a psychic medium, spiritual love of life coach. Boom! Yeah, got that down pat. And I am an astrologer and embracing life as it comes along. Embracing life as it comes along. Someone, and we're going to talk about this today too, because I saw somebody put something up about a store requested them to wear a mask and that they blew up. And we're going to talk about that today because I was just like, okay. People are not getting it. They're not getting it. So because Saturn is coming home, baby, at 4:37 p.m. Pacific time, Saturn will be in Capricorn. You will feel it. You will feel it. So that's 5:37 Calgary time. You're going to feel that energy. You're going to feel that movement because it is going from a fixed sign back to a cardinal sign. And Saturn's coming home. And we got Jupiter, Pluto conjunct, and Jupiter is now behind, or should I say in front of or behind Jupiter? Yeah, we'll say behind. And with Saturn back in your life, this is business. This is business. Saturn is business. This is business. This is what we're going to be looking at. A lot is going to be coming up about spiritual processing. This is a moment to reset and look at it. And with Saturn coming in at 29 degrees, we're going to feel it fully. We're going to feel that impact. It's going to go just like that. You can even there. It's going to come in. And then we have that Saturn 29 degrees, it's really going to just put up a Ricky class for August. Good. No, Candace, that's good. Hugs from UK. Thank you, Jules Jam. Woo, love that name. No, that's good. That's good. No, we're going to get into that because that is awesome that you're doing that. And it's Jupiter, Pluto. So back in 2007, when Jupiter-Pluto conjuncted, Jupiter just went by, Pluto just went wing, and went by. And it opened doorways because it was in Sagittarius. It was opening doorways. There was a lot of doorways that started to open. Even though there was a recession happening in 2007, there was everybody was all happy. Obama got in. Whoa, look at that. We're just so progressive. We got an African-American president in the United States. We're so progressive. Things are going. Yes, the world is opening up. We're going forward. And it was travel, everything, hopeful, getting things online, getting things going, getting things moving. There was a feeling of this energy. And it was hopeful. There's a lot of movement really going and really, really moving. And this progression was really moving. And then here it comes. And then we started getting into 2020. And then by March 2020, it just sort of went. And it's harder to access. It's harder to access that energy. That energy is closed. America needs a woman to rule. Yes and no. It needs a woman who is progressive enough to look at the spiritual side, not a woman who is really into a lot of the masculine energy. Because you got a lot of women, you got a lot of women that follow a certain orange man. So this energy, and this is my pointer today. I got my pointer. I love this. This is my little pointer. I wish I had a little chart here and I could point to it for you. But just imagine. Go into your imagination. This energy. So this is where it's harder to ask it. But people, we have to, it's like being in this positive, being in the positive. And Capricorn is bringing in this extreme bipolar energy. It's either open or closed. And that's the energy that we're in. It's like either it's opened or it's closed. Right? Opened or closed. When we go out, we go to certain places, it's opened. We go to certain places, it's closed. You know, there's one place where I went and I bought some really cool runners the other day. And when it came in, one of the rules was you got to use hand sanitizer. Fine, I will use hand sanitizer. I want to buy sneakers in there. I want to go in there. I went in there to look at Birkenstocks, you know, but I found the sneakers, but I wanted to get in there. So what am I going to do? I'm going to put the hand sanitizer. So we're going to find, this is even in your own life. There's things in your own life that are either open or closed. Things are moving ahead or not. And this is only, you know, if it's going to be open, it's going to be open. And it might be, you know, it might be hard for you to understand everything. Might be hard that you have to understand. And the thing is that when Saturn was in Aquarius, it's very futuristic. Look at the future. Look at all of this. But after 4:37 p.m., this is where it's going to start. It's going to close down. It's not going to be so futuristic. It's here. This is it. These are the rules. And this is what you need to play by. We're in Capricorn land. And we have 3 planets in Capricorn retrograding, right? So this is where, when we look at the karma, did you do the work? Have you been doing your work? Have you been putting into the alignment what it is that you needed to do? Were you doing it? You know, is it like, were you getting your finances in order? Were you putting your business in order? Were you following the rules to put it together? And the harshness of Capricorn is like, yeah, we got rules and there's rules to have to play with. And these are the rules you have to abide by. And there's that Sagittarius energy with the South nodes that everybody's hoping for everything to be normal. But we have data and we have facts, and both have different, they're the Gemini. We got a little bit of this and a little bit of that. This says this says yeah. So it's a little bit of everything right now. And that's, you know, a lot of people are going into this little saggy energy. Well, it's just going to be good. I'm just going to sit here. I'm just going to allow for things just to unfold and see what happens. It's your choice. It's your choice. But there's a harshness to the positivity. There's a harshness to the positivity. And what does that mean? Well, when my kids were growing up, and even for me, there was no you didn't get a ribbon for showing up. Okay? You didn't get a ribbon for just showing up. You got a ribbon if you came in first, second, or third. Right? You had tournaments. And the tournaments is that not everybody got a trophy. The tournament was, if you came in first, you came in first. That is the harsh positive. If you work hard, you're going to succeed. If you don't work hard, if you don't do it, you're not going to succeed. Right? That's the harsh positive. If you show up, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're playing by the rules, you're putting your all out. And the thing is that you will find people that worked harder than you did, who got the game a little bit better than you did. That's Capricorn. That's the harsh positive. But we have people, we do, oh, but my poor little baby didn't get a little ribbon. No, because you didn't follow the fucking rules. Did you get up early like that mom down the road, or like that kid down the road, or that person down the road, to put out what they wanted to put out? And follow the rules. The rules said I could be in the gym at 7 o'clock. I will be in at the gym at 7 o'clock. I will follow my protocol in the gym. I will do my social distancing. I will wipe things down. I will wear the gloves I have to wear. I will, whatever I need to do, because I'm going to play by the rules to get to where I want. Doesn't matter if that's my belief system or if that's my personal ideal, but I'm going to play by those rules because that's what the rules are right now. You got to learn to play both sides. If you can't play both sides, then you're going to have that Aries and Mars, and you're going to be a little piss pot going around being angry and going, I don't want to do this. It's like that meme I saw, or that one, I'm not ever going in that store again. They made me wear a mask. Well, if there's something in there you want it, then put the fucking mask on. Otherwise, shut your fucking mouth. End of story. If I have to go, my husband and I have to, he's got a doctor's appointment to renew prescriptions and whatever else on Friday. Do I want to, my personal preference to wear a mask? No, I don't think I need to. But in order for me to go with him to go to the doctor's, I'll wear a mask. If I have to go shopping or go into a place and there's something in there that I need, I'll wear a mask. I'm not going to shame somebody because, you're wearing a mask. So what? You're wearing a mask. I have my own personal opinion about it. And yeah, I've gone on my rants. But when it comes to that game, I'm going to play the game. I'm going to play the game to get what I want. I'm going to play the game to go to where I want. And it's harshness. And a lot of people, if you want your biz to work, if you want your business to work, you're going to have to play the game. That means if you want things to go into a certain way, it's just like if you hire someone, you got to pay your CPP, you got to pay your EI, you got to pay all of that. I may not like it if I hire somebody. I still have to pay my taxes. I still have to file. I may not like it, but I still have to do it. So this is where it is, and it's a big deal. And there's a reality out there. It's the job market. The job market is starting to show you what trades, what industries are going to make sense in this reality. In this reality. Doesn't matter if you agree with it or you don't agree with it. It's how you want it to play out. All right. And Saturn with Aquarius, when Saturn was with Aquarius, it really brought in a sort of vibe of saying, ooh, look we can go here, but it was fixed. Now we got energy in cardinal signs. Cardinal signs. The cardinals are like, you might think Cancer is a little bit wishy-washy, but Cancer is that rushing water that says, get the hell up. Let's get going. Yes, I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to feel good. And the sun is there. Mercury's there in retrograde. I want you to feel good. But I don't want you to feel out of sorts. And Mars, I saw somebody, I know he's a god of war. And he's gone home into Aries. Okay, and he's going to be there till January. But what is that war inside of yourself that you are fighting? Let's go down to our personal selves. What is it? Because right now, with that Jupiter going behind, retrograding, there's a knot. There's this little knot that's there that hasn't been untied with that retrograde, with that Jupiter-Pluto. Now that Jupiter's behind this little knot space. And there is this energy, and there's this little bit of a recession going on. Yeah. And thought going forward, this is about us playing by the rules. This is our long-term plan. What is your long-term plan? You can still make a long-term plan. Nobody says you can't make a long-term plan. You know, it's lovely. I love it. Candace, yes, August. You're going to do Reiki. Put it out there. You're going to play by the rules. This is what I'm going to do. If I'm going to teach Reiki, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to allow X amount of people, and who's ever on there, we're going to abide by the rules. This is what we're going to do. Here, hand sanitizer, boom, boom, boom. Have to wear masks? They all wear masks. That's what you got to do. They want it? This is what you got to do. That's how you play by the rules. And getting it out there. But if you don't want to play by the rules, if you don't want to do it, it's like for me to do a ghost tour, I got to play by the rules. If I have to go walking on a ghost tour, wear the masks, everybody else has to wear masks on the tour, then that's what we have to do. Right? This is what we do. This is what it is. It doesn't mean that, it doesn't mean that I like it or I agree with it, but I know that's the law, and why am I going to break it? If it's just a suggestion, I could go in between the line. But when they make it the law, no, I'm going to follow the law. But in my own personal life, how I do it, it's different. Capricorn's about public life. How are you in the public, not your personal life? And everybody wants to make this personal. This isn't about making it personal. This is looking at how you want to play it out publicly. Now, years ago, somebody she wanted to go into what did she want to go into? I think it was a science program or something along that line. It was some kind of science field. But she goes, I don't like how they are politically. I said, how can you play the game if you don't get in it? Doesn't mean that you have to put your personal life in there. But if you want to make the changes that you want to make, you got to become the secret agent. And that's what I'm saying to the light workers. You got to become the secret agent. If you're not becoming the secret agent, if you're not coming out there and doing the work, and you're just going around, I would just rather sit here, collect my EI or employment insurance or whatever in whatever country, or if there's any other handouts that the government's going, and you're just saying, I just rather do this and not do anything else. It's your choice. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. But the weird things come, and you have to look at where you want to strive, where you want to go. And it might be that you might be at the bottom, but if you are willing to do the work, if you're willing to get out there, there is success. There's a success for you to go to the top. If you have the integrity of the work to do it. The thing is that the anger will come in because of lovely little Aries, or a lovely little Mars in Aries is going to be angry. And you want to go and start, doing some crazy moves on somebody because I'm angry. I'm going to fight you because I don't want to wear the mask. I don't want to do that. So you want to sit there and not do what you were wanting to do. So now instead, and I'm going to use Candace as an example. So instead of 3, maybe she wanted 8 people, but now she has 3. But those 3 people could lead in to 6 people for the next one. Now we got 3. Now we can rotate another 3. Now we can rotate another. You might end up having more in the end than you would at the beginning. But you are going in and you're doing the work. You're planting the seeds. Lovely little seed came in. _seed _, that's where it is. It's that integrity. But if you get into that anger that you don't like something a certain way, it's going to be for another 5 months in Capricorn. And then Jupiter and Saturn will meet in Aquarius. That's a whole nother topic. But right now, this is what we need to do. And your mission, what is your mission? Your work, your career. Mars in Aries is sextile. You know, the moon is sextiling that, and the moon's in Scorpio. The moon's not going void of course. The moon's not giving us any break. Because the thing is with the moon, and the moon will be moving, the moon and the sun and Mercury, well, they're kind of not happy. They're making, you know, the moon's making some really heavy squares over there, and it's driving some anger, and there's going to be some anger that's going to come up, and it's going to bring in, and it's like when you see a post and you don't like it, scroll by or unfriend them. Don't make a big should-do out of it. Don't go around trying to put it down, because Saturn is restrictions. Saturn in Capricorn is restriction. He is home. This is his house. He rules it. What he says goes. This is about the outside life. This is a public world. That's what Capricorn is. It's like if you go into the hospital, there's rules. You follow the rules. This is what you got to do. Sometimes you don't want to sit there. Then you leave. Don't be seen by the doctor. But there's rules that have to be held. And there's harshness with that. And a lot of people don't want they feel the harshness. But don't make it personal. It is getting you prepped in order for the Saturn and Capricorn. This is getting you prepped and being prepared for the shakedown. Because the thing is that you don't know about your EI. Maybe, you know, I heard somebody wrote, oh, they took off this off my EI and didn't tell me. Did you read the print? They don't have to tell you if you were overpaid. They will just take it. They don't have to tell you. Did you read it? Read your laws for your EI or your CERB. If they overpaid, they can go in and freeze your bank account if they so choose. If you have not made an attempt to pay them back or even call them. And yeah, that's going to put you in some financial issues. But this is the whole thing with this. You can't trust the future right now. It's not like it was in 2007. This is where this is where I need to work on now. This is what I have to do now. This is the prep work I need to do now in order for me to get to where I want to go. I just have to sit up and I have to be the hermit and do my one step at a time and trust the light that is shining upon my road. And yes, I get it. A lot of people, I don't like to be quarantined. I don't like to be told what to do. Man, it's been 16 years ago today that I set up a tent on Canada Day. And I went out with my family, my kids, running around in Gyro Park in Penticton, BC, and spending all the money I earned that day. I don't even know how much money I earned that day because it was all by donation. A lot of people are just paying me $5 for a reading. I wasn't really timing the readings because I didn't time things as well back then. And people were getting readings. Some people paid $5, some people paid $20, you know, different prices, and setting it up. And that's what I did. I did readings by donation. I got the spot for free. But did I get ousted? That was the very first time, like really coming out with my family, coming out with my kids, and people pointing fingers at me, calling me a Satanist, calling my father, really, really pushing me aside because I was doing readings and using tarot cards and using angel cards. So I got a lot of flack for that. A community that I thought would support me didn't. This is where it is. So I played by the rules. I did. She said, I'll give you the tent. You do them by donations and you get the spot free. So that's what I did. I played by the rules, but not everybody's going to like my rules or the rules that you got to play by. But I did it and I continued doing it and I continued doing it. And I brought my Reiki back in and I brought my stuff back in. And today, I know many of you seen on my Facebook page. I've had people come in. I think that they're like throwing holy water and stuff at their screen when they go to my page, because it's like, oh my God, she's got to be saved. Got to save her. Like, how many people on Periscope, and I'm still on Periscope. I think I've been on Periscope. I got to check the date, but I think I've been on here for like 5 years now. People want to save my soul. I had a woman that, wanted to get a hold of me and tried to call me and all kinds of crazy shit that you got to hear me, Mary. I can save you. We can go into a private Facebook group and I will teach you the Bible. I don't need to be taught the Bible. Thank you. Thank you. And that how horrible I'm raising my grand. It's just, it was horrendous. I listened to her and she was talking to me about, all these lizard people, and I'm going to become a baby eater, and I'm going to be starting to do sacrifices on the full moon. And I'm just like, okay, thank you. Thank you. Sending you off with love and light, but I'm doing what I need to do. And I'm playing the rules right when it comes to my business. And I'm not breaking the rules. And this is where you have to be. Because the thing is that Mars is activating. Mars is activating right now where the solar eclipse was. So it's shining over there and it's activating, right? Thanks for telling me about the Darker Star Seed church ladies who was hanging out with. Who was she hanging out with? Oh, why are the church people always after you? I don't know. They always are. Or they tell me that all of the royal people eat babies, and they slaughter, and all of these, everybody's slaughtering babies. So a lot of babies are being slaughtered and eaten. And if you are going in to be a tarot reader, then you are starting to slaughter and eat babies too. But this is where some people, okay, now we go with that, because that's a real morbid, like, I don't know where the fuck their head is. But this is going into where, people get so like, you're not wearing a mask, and they get all freaky because you're not wearing a mask. It's like, if it's the law, if it's mandatory that you have to wear it, then wear it. I mean, I'm going to do it because I don't want to make other people feel it's like, this is what I got to do. So this is where it is. And Mars, Aries, is a battle. And the moon in Scorpio, you're going to feel it. Moon in Scorpio, it's activating. It's saying, hey, baby, how far can we push this? Because who does Mars rule? Not only Aries, but Mars is the co-ruler of Scorpio. So it's determination. And you may not feel that determination. But this is the 10th house. This is public life. What is your purpose? The 10th house. Capricorn, public life. How do you want to be seen? How is that out there? That's what it is. Neptune is retrograde. So it's really going over some old stuff. But you're following what you need to do. But the thing is, Mary, in your business that you're going to go, you have to wear one. You're going to end up having, it's like, okay, that's what I got to do. I get you. I don't really go where I haven't been to a place that has told me I had to wear a mask. I live in Calgary. I haven't been to a place that's told me I had to wear a mask. I've had places tell me to hand sanitize, but that's it. But not to wear a mask. Even I go shopping to get my husband's juice and stuff. I'm at Safeway every single day, or Save on More every single day. They've never told me to wear a mask or anything. So, it's just, if they did, I would. But that's just, and some people just wear it along here and they have their nose hanging out. So, whatever, right? So, and it is going to where, if that becomes law, then for somebody like Mary, she would have to figure that out, or how it has to play out. So I've never really worn one, so I'm not too sure how I'd play. But there's two parts of the energy. And one is that Saturn in Aquarius And this is where Saturn in Capricorn. So Saturn in Aquarius for most of the day today, and then Saturn goes into Capricorn, and you may feel the determination to go with integrity. So carrying self, and there's a harsh reality with it, and owning and sitting in, and it's emotional. And the thing is that you gotta allow yourself to heal and feel it. And sometimes you might be feeling this emptiness within inside yourself. And with Mercury retrograde squaring Mars, there's a harshness to the reality. And with a no void, of course, there is, when it's changing from Scorpio to Sagittarius, we're going to feel that because it's sextiling over to Saturn. And we're going to feel it. And we're going to feel that Aries energy. And Mercury, and here comes Uranus. Of course, we can't leave Uranus out because he's going to 10 degrees. And it's going to be about money. How are you going to earn your money? How are you going to bring that money in? Are you putting your money aside? This is where it is. And that moon in Sag tonight, trining Mars, I'm willing to go through my transformation. I'm willing to go through it. I'm willing to allow it, to go through it, to allow myself to get to where I need to go. And the thing is that, with Venus, she's still in slow mode. She hasn't moved very quickly. She is going forward, but she's still in the retro shadow. She's in the shadow. She hasn't gotten out of her shadow yet, of her retrograde. So she's still going through that, and it's still like, okay, it's like a slow, like almost like where she's coming out of the sickness. And now I'm going to go forward, but I got to take my time in doing this. I can't just go quickly with it all. And this is where we have to figure it out. So with the South Node, to understand our own path, to figure it out. And it might look painful. That's the thing. People don't want to do it. It might look painful. But you got to relook at your emotions. You got to look at where you're determined and look at what it is. What is it that I need to do for my success in order to get to where I'm going to go? Because it might look like it's painful. It's like that athlete who gets up every morning to do what they're going to do so they can get their gold medal or get into first or do what it is. It might be painful, but the rewards. Tony Robbins just popped in my head because every morning he jumps into his I think it's 57 degrees Fahrenheit bath. He just jumps in and plunges out. Does he like it? He'll tell you, no, I don't like it, but I know what it does for me. I know what it does for my lymph nodes. I know what it does for my immune system. And I will tell myself, when I say, no, I'm not, I say, yes, I am. I'm going to do this because I know what the benefits are in the long run. And that's where this energy is coming in. There's no rebel with Saturn in Capricorn. So trying to break the rules, no. That's not going to get you anywhere. That's not where you need to be the rebel. And with the Saturn, Jupiter, Pluto, you might get shamed for it on either end. So you don't want that either. This is now how to play the rules. And the South Node can get you into delusions in Sagittarius. So you think you know the rules. Do you really know the rules? This is about looking, and it's kind of funky. Personal is personal. That's it. Outside the world is public, government, provincial, state, city, municipality. That is the public. Mars and Aries, you want to fight. No go masks, no masks. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to fight this. So we're going to find a lot of people up in arms about things. I don't want to do this. I'm not going to do this. I want my freedom. Yeah, we all want our freedom. But there's a weirdness with Gemini because there's a reality and a falsity on each side. And if you're going to go about the mask, there's a reality, there's this truth and there's this truth. They both have great facts underneath them. So this is where, but if this is where it's like an agent, you got to be an agent for the light. And this is about karma. A lot of karma coming up. And have you done that work? From 2017, when Saturn came in to Capricorn, 2017, That's your karmic work. Have you been doing it? And I'm thinking 2017 is when we moved into this house. 2017, where we got off from being homeless and started to do the work and say, this is what we got to do in order to keep our house. We got to get up. I may not like sometimes the things I have to do, but I'm going to get up and do them because I want to pay my rent. I want to keep my lights on. I want to keep my cable going. I love my phone. I want to keep all of that. I got to pay for me to be using StreamYard. I got to pay for my other things that I utilize in order for me to do my business. If I'm not going to do the work or get up, it's not going to happen. So doing it, being diligent, because it's going to pay off. There's a payoff with this. And this is what you need to do, and continue to shine your love, and your love will emit with each other. That's where it is. Yeah. You know what? I may not agree with what you say. I may not understand everything that you say. It doesn't mean I'm going to be a bitch about it, but I can still love you. I can still care about you. If you're my child, some of the things that my kids write on their thing, fine, they could go to the extremes, right? There's a few of them that go to the extremes on their thing. But I still love them for their, I may not agree with everything that they write, but I still love them. And this is where it is. So learn to play the politics, to play better. You got to follow the rules. That's where we're at. And that's where we're going to be. And Capricorn is a play by the ruler kind of guy. So what are the rules that you need to play by in order to do what you need to do in your public life? And this is where you're going to find where things are going to swing one way and then the other. This is a lot to do with, this is very conservative energy. So how far can the conservatives push to where then the liberals, because the liberals can push too within the public. So fight your battles, be strong, your integrity, and be a good person. Be a good person in what you are doing and what you are saying. Don't be an asshole. Don't be a fucking dick about it. Be kind, be loving. That's where it's at. If you're going to start being, an ass, then that's really going to bite you in the butt. But embrace. Come into your center, come into your spirituality, come into your meditations, come into the back of your garden where you have your flowers and your plants. Come into that place of sacredness. That's your personal. That's yours. When you step out, I'm stepping out to the public, but I can bring that inner core of love and truth and understanding and peace to one another. You come from love. That is the most important thing. You come from love. And when you come from love, you come from your integrity. And when you come from your integrity, the alignments come up and they show up every single time. Right? It's like I may not like the protocols at Starbucks right now. They kind of bug the hell out of me. But you know what? I'm still there, and I honor the girls and the guys that are showing up for work, that are doing it, and that are making my coffee. I love it. I may not like how they have to hand me things in a cup or what have you. That's fine. Or I have to come home and mix everything up myself because it's just easier. But it's fine. At least I'm putting cashew milk in my coffee now. I love cashew milk in my coffee. It tastes really good. And I'm using coconut sugar instead of regular sugar. So it's like, oh, actually, this is a little bit better for me than the way it was before. So making those changes, right? Honoring the people that have to do that work. That's what you got to do. If they say, could you wear gloves? Okay, I'll wear gloves. Sure, I'll wear gloves. Or can you put a mask on? Yeah. Do I own a mask? No, I don't own a mask. So I got to figure that one. I was just going to wear a bandana, actually. That's what I was going to do. I have a pink bandana. So that's probably what I'll do is just wear my pink bandana and be a bandit. That's what I'll do is just wear a bandana. So it's still covering my face. So whatever. There's ways around it. Nobody says I can't wear that, right? Wait till you realize black coffee is where it's all at. I used to drink my coffee black years ago. I used to all the time. But it's, I mean, I can drink perked coffee black or French press black. But this is 4 shots of espresso over ice in there with a little bit of cream and a little bit of sugar. Anyways, my kids still say it tastes like ass when they accidentally pick up my drink. I don't think it tastes like ass. Just saying. So, lots of changes are happening at the Guru Mama house. I didn't put this up today. Look at that. So I am keeping this up. I am doing my readings. My readings are $50, $90, or $160. You choose the price. It's the same reading. If you want to book in and get natal charts done, right? I use unpasteurized honey in my coffee. Nummy. Cool. That's always nummy. And how would they know? How would they know? Because they accidentally pick up my coffee and drink it once in a while. They get confused. If it's in a regular Starbucks cup, not in my new Hawaiian one. I saved up my points and I used my points to get my new, I love it, hibiscus mug. And so that's my new summertime mug. And then they tried and he's like, ah. I was like, you guys drink shots of bourbon sometimes. Like, give me a break, or whiskey or whatever. Kentucky whiskey. As I spray everywhere. But so, and there's another, I am going to be starting a class I'm going to start Magical Herbs in Your Cupboard class. Starting at the end of July, going into August. Magical Herbs in Your Cupboard. So if you won that in the auction, keep your eyes open and keep your eyes peeled because I'm going to be starting it at the end of July. Also, for those who are wanting to do Journey Club has changed. It's gone back to the original 8 weeks. And that's it. So we're doing 8 weeks of Journey Club, and it'll be on every Sunday for 8 weeks. And it's going to start in September. And the price for that one is $444. So that is my signature class, and it's only going to be in September. So September, I'm hosting it. Might be in, we'll see. We'll see how Aquarius treats me. Since Saturn's going in there for 2 years, and that's my Saturn return. Pray for me, people. And so this is so some classes are coming up for you all that I think are going to be fun. And I have some other classes that are going to be coming forth and coming in there. And I'm putting out there, I've been buying candles from other people, but sometimes if anybody else finds it, some of the candles that I buy are either they're melting, I don't know, the wick isn't long enough, or the wick doesn't last. So what happens with your Saturn return? What happens? Okay, you go through at least 3 Saturn returns. My first Saturn return was around 28, 29, and that's when I had my first child. And Saturn return means it's a time of growing up. Like your first Saturn return is really, you're coming out of your 20s into your 30s and you're growing up. A lot of people they either have a child or they get married or they buy a house and stuff like that, and things along that line. Joyce Mitchell, how much are your natal charts? 50, 90, or 160? You choose a price. So yeah, I Ashley has nice candles. Okay, I'll check out Ashley if she's selling them online. I was thinking of making my own and had my first at 30. Yeah, 30 for your Saturn return. So there, it's usually between 28 and 31 for your first Saturn return. When I look at somebody's Saturn, your Saturn will tell me a lot on what degree it is, and where there was a transformation in your life, right? And if you had a transformation, you know, what sort of thing. Some of them you may, if you got like a Saturn at 3 degrees, and what sign it's in. So mine's in Aquarius. So my Saturn is very forward thinking. It's very abstract and doesn't want to go around life the way everybody else wants to do it. My biological dad turned up when I was 30. I think I saw him, I was 8 or 9. So it's a huge change in your life, right? So, and it's a way of looking at the world differently. You look at the world with different eyes. Your second Saturn return happens anywhere between 57 and 60. So you're entering into a different phase of your life. You're entering into, different situations in your life. For me, I already felt the changes coming in, where my diet, my health was becoming, health concerns, not that I'm unhealthy or anything, or I don't have high blood cholesterol or anything like that. I just, I have a little bit of size on me. And sometimes I'm a little bit achy and squeaky. So this is where I knew I needed to make a change. So health, my spiritual life is changing. I'm going to be taking some courses with a beautiful woman in Scotland soon. And she's a reverend, and I just totally love her. I've been following her for a number of years, and now I've jumped in and bit the bullet to take classes with her. So, and bringing in some classes, and so things like that. So I'm looking at, and those changes, and with the astrology, I've started a new astrology class and learning new forms of astrology and stuff. So these kinds of things, and how are they going to implement my business, is like, wow, yeah, this is what I want to bring forth, so I can teach more in depth, teaching it on a different level than what I've been teaching. And that's, and then bring in new types of spiritual counseling. So this is, long explanation as always, for a Saturn return. It brings in, by your third Saturn return, if somebody lives for their third, because it's about every 30 years, your third Saturn return, I will probably be 80 something years old, 80 to 90 years old. Will I still be doing what I'm doing? Sure in hell hope so. Showing up every day. Here I am. But, maybe in a different way, different, energy, attitude, the whole bit. So, usually people don't make, some people make it to their third. Some people don't. Some people pass away before their third Saturn return. Nobody makes it to their fourth that I know of, because by that time, you're about 120 years old. So, and I think by that time you're just like, unless Elon Musk designs something really phenomenal that keeps our youthful beauty and our mind going strong. But I think after a while, that in this lifetime, for us as humans, to live the life of an immortal would be a hell of a challenge, because it's always nice to go back and restore, and then maybe come back again. Who knows? But sending you guys out so much love. Definitely my readings, pick a price, 50, 90, 160. It's your choice. What fits your wallet, what you feel right to pay. And going to send you out with so much love. So may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you do and all that you say and all that you be. Be kind to one another. Allow your light to shine in all that you say and all that you do and all that you be. Please be that of love, even if someone else is not, but be that of love. Blessings. Bye-bye.